Hey guys, Big Rat 310 here with a TLC pay-per-view review. I was actually supposed to study for a midterm, but instead I saw TLC. And don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Another hour I should be able to study right up. I'm gonna say this was a very good show, I thought. A very, very good show. This has been my favorite WWE pay-per-view this year. Nothing was bad. Nothing was really great, except for like 2 matches, but nothing was bad. I mean, does that really ever happen for a WWE pay-per-view? Isn't there always like 2 to 3 matches that we all just hate? So I'm not going to fault this show. This was a pretty good show, I must say. Okay, first we start off with the opener. Christian versus ECW for the ECW Championship. Christian versus Shelton Benjamin. I'm going to say this is the match of the night. And this stole the show, in my opinion. Like everyone thought it would. This was great. A lot of great spots here. Christian did a lot of the spots that you normally saw from the old TLC matches. There was some mistakes. Christian was holding a ladder. Sheldon tripped him. And then Christian got busted open. And obviously he had to bring out the doctors who had to fix Christian's wound, which took 5 minutes out of the match. And the fans were chanting, "We want blood. We want blood." So they just said, "F it." And they just left Christian there. He was still bleeding, but the camera always avoided his face. The camera almost never showed his face. They tried as hard as they could to not show his face. And Shelton also kind of botched the somersault off the ladder, or flip. I don't know what to say. Senton off the ladder. But yeah, this was a very fun match. A lot of cool spots in this match. I'm going to give this a 3 3/4 stars and say this was the match of the night. And if you're going to go out of your way to see this pay-per-view, this is the match you want to see. Okay, next we got Drew McIntyre versus John Morrison. Everyone in my chat were completely ripping on Drew McIntyre, saying they don't like him, that he's kissing Triple H's ass to get to the top. Well, they didn't say that. That's been the general thought on YouTube. And he won the Intercontinental title, which I did expect. Like Taker Fan for Life 1419 or Mappy said in the Skype chat, he believes that Morrison is going up to the main event level pretty soon, and I thought so too. So I thought it's time to take the belt off of him. But this was a good match, 3 stars. God, it wasn't that long. It was only like 10 minutes, but I love the technical wrestling by McIntyre. I see a lot of resemblance with his style to a Regal style, and I like it a lot. It's not as hard-hitting, smash mouth. You don't see a lot of the cool suplexes, but like his submissions are just like really stretch you out, really get you like the old British English style. Morrison, of course, did his cool spot. He completely missed a Starship Pain. Completely missed it. Like, he got his hand, the palm of his hand on Drew McIntyre's stomach. That was it. He completely botched it. And I thought McIntyre had rolled out of the way. No, McIntyre sold it like he took the move, and the commentators were saying that Morrison hit the move. Kind of hurt the match for me. Also, I did not like the ending too much. McIntyre poked him in the eye while the referee wasn't looking, and then he gave him his finisher for the win. The poke in the eye really isn't illegal, so why did you have to hide the referee to do that? I know you wanted McIntyre to get a dirty win, but poke in the eye? You couldn't have used another one, and I'll tell you why they didn't use another one, because it would have made sense later in the night, but we'll get to that later. Like Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle, their story of their match was based on Kurt poking Eddie in the eye, making Eddie bleed at SummerSlam 2004, so, yeah, whatever. 3 stars here. That was good stuff. Next, you get Mickie James versus Michelle McCool. I'm going to say right here, this is the WWE's Diva match of the year, in my opinion. Here we go. Great stuff here. They had real intensity. They had storytelling, which we never, ever see in any WWE women's match I've ever seen. In the past, like 4 years, 3 years, you almost rarely see storytelling. They build off the Piggy James thing. As much as we hate it, they built off of it. Layla wore a Piggy James shirt. You could see the camera zoomed in on their faces when they were on the ground. They hated each other. Trademark69 made a joke saying on Skype, they showed more intensity than Triple H and Orton did at WrestleMania. They actually had a good story to them. I'm going to give this 2 3/4 stars. It was only the reason, and there was great wrestling, might I add. A lot of great moves by both women. I would give this 3 stars, but it was too short. It was only like 7 minutes. This is one of those things where I don't know if I'm going to give it 2 3/4, 3 stars. Look in this box for me. But this was a pretty good women's match, I thought, and did not bring the card down at all. Next, we get Sheamus versus John Cena in the tables match. Alright, like I said on Skype, tables matches like this are usually just one big tease. If it were tables are legal, I think the match would have been a lot better. But I understand why it wasn't, because you can't have Sheamus pin Cena. But anyways, in a match like this, really it's just tease after tease after tease after tease until someone goes through the table. And that's what this match was, and in my opinion, they built on it perfectly. Perfectly. They did it. I thought they did it just right. Just right. Just enough teases. The table spot came. Now, I'm going to spoil this because it's big. Sheamus won the WWE title. Yes, Sheamus won the WWE title, and I was so furious about that. A, Sheamus has only been in the WWE for about 6 months. B, Sheamus has been on Raw for like a month. C, Sheamus has been built horribly. Horribly. He's got, look, people kept saying, well, it's just like Brock Lesnar winning. No, it's not. Lesnar got wins over Rob Van Dam, over Test, over Chris Jericho. Who the fuck has Sheamus beaten? Goldust? Has that been his biggest win? That's why I've not been able to take this guy seriously. I know they're going to have a rematch because the finish came when Sheamus and John Cena were on the top rope, and it looked like Sheamus just touched Cena, and Cena jumped over the top rope and landed on a table. And I guess their angle they're going to do is, did Sheamus fully put Cena through the table, or did Cena just fall through the table and they get a rematch Royal Rumble when I hope it's a last man standing match, because Cena's the fucking king at last man standing matches. And so yeah, but like really, that whole angle would have been better if it was Sheamus who went through the table, because now Cena's looking as 2008 Samoa Joe, where he's crying that he lost. Whereas if it was Sheamus who got accidentally pushed through the table, it would look like he's a heel, that he's bitching about it. And people kept saying, oh, but Sheamus needed the win to look strong. No, he didn't. No, he did not. And if Sheamus is going into WrestleMania, I'm not going to like that too much. Anyways, 3.25 stars, though. 3 stars, 3.25 stars. There was good psychology by both men in the tables match. Great storytelling. I really liked it. Next, you get Batista versus The Undertaker. This is going to be the heavily criticized match. This is definitely their worst match ever. I originally gave this match 3 stars because I thought they had some nice power moves, you know, the usual stuff. Some nice chair shots, believe it or not. And Batista gets a low blow on The Undertaker, then hits Undertaker with a chair, gets the 1-2-3, wins the title. I'm thinking, fuck, because I don't know who the hell Batista would fight at the Royal Rumble. Maybe Rey Mysterio, maybe Undertaker in a rematch, but that's about it. And Teddy Long came out and said Batista used the low blow while the referee wasn't looking, and that's illegal, so I'm restarting the match. Then Taker won the match. And I was like, what the fuck? I know that the eye poke is not illegal, but if Drew McIntyre, if you have to have the ref be turned around because the move is supposedly illegal and Drew McIntyre gets the win, why didn't Teddy Long interfere in that match? I know it's for the World Heavyweight title, not for the Intercontinental title, but the principle is that the dirty means were not used. Dirty means were used. So why the hell could you do that in the McIntyre match? WWE, that makes no sense. I know they're going to continue this thing with Batista because Batista found Teddy Long in the locker room and helps him with the chair. So whatever, 2.75 stars. That thing lowered the rating for me. A lot of people really hated this match. I think a lot of people are going to give this match horrible ratings. I enjoyed it, though, for what it was. I had fun with it. I'm going to give it 2.75 stars. Next we get Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. This was very good. 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. There was a great spot where Kofi jumps off the top. Kofi and Randy were outside. Kofi jumps to the apron, jumps to the top rope, turns around into a crossbody, and Randy Orton drop kicks him in midair. And I was like, oh! I marked out for that spot harder than any of the spots in the ladder matches. I really did. I loved that spot. The match was kind of short. I kind of got short a little. And the finish, Randy Kofi was getting up, and Randy was going to do the RKO. And then Kofi turns around and does the Trouble in Paradise, but Randy ducks out of the way. I'm like, whoa, that would have been a great finish to the match. If Randy's going for the RKO, because Kofi's hurt, Kofi's getting up, and then Kofi turns around and hits the Trouble in Paradise on Randy. That would have been a great finish. But instead, Kofi misses the Trouble in Paradise, and Randy hits the RKO clean, 1-2-3. Orton winning clean, don't really like, but this would have been the 3rd time in a row that Orton would have jobbed to Kofi if he had lost, if you include Survivor Series and their match on Raw. So it's a little too risky to have Kofi win. But again, Orton winning clean, really? 3.5 stars, though. I really had a lot of fun with the match, though. Okay, next we get to the main event, the TLC match, DX versus Jerishow. This was a lot of fun. Second best match of the night. Great spots here. Great psychology. I really enjoyed the match from start to finish. I might even give this 3.75 stars. I enjoyed it that much when I first saw it. DX really impressed me. I thought this match would suck. I didn't think it would suck. I didn't think it would be that good. I didn't think DX would put their heart into it. But they did, to a degree. I thought there were some nice spots in this match. I'm going to give this 3.5 stars, 3 3/4. Again, this is one of those things where I won't know, and the description box will say what I really thought about the match or not. But it was a really fun match, a really good match. DX won the titles. No shit. Honestly, who's going to beat DX for those titles? Maybe Jericho and Big Show are going to do it. Maybe they just gave the DX the belts because they wanted DX to be called, DX to say that they've been tag champions before. Even though DX in 1998, the New Age Outlaws have been tag team champions before, but that's different. I guess maybe they're just going to give it back to Jerishow. I just honestly can't think of a team who will beat DX. People in the chat were saying Hart Dynasty. I think you have to go a long way to get to that. Overall, this was a very good pay-per-view, I must say. 8.25 or 8.5 even. I really didn't enjoy it that much. No match was bad. Batista and Undertaker, you can make a case. That was the worst match of the night, I would say. But everything was, fine. I had a lot of fun with this pay-per-view. A lot of good matches. Check out the 2 ladder matches. Those are very, very good. Very good matches, I must say. Okay, I'm Big Red 310. And I'm out, guys. See you.